Hello, everybody. It's Rachel from Grow Your Future, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about building your network. Now, you'll hear a lot of talk whilst you're a student about building your network and how it's really important whilst you're studying. Hopefully, today we are going to talk a little bit about what that means and how to start thinking about building your professional network. So, to start with, why should you network? So networking can be really helpful in raising your professional profile and growing your sort of personal brand. So what we mean by that is sort of the brand that you use to sort of emphasize who you are, what you're about, what your skills and experiences. So basically, a summary of who you are. Um, it's also a really great way of tapping into your network for ideas and new perspectives. So if you're looking for career ideas, exploring your options for when you graduate, having that network around you can help you sort of think of some ideas that maybe you want to go into career-wise, and just open up new perspectives of things that you maybe hadn't thought of previously. It's also a great way of finding out about job opportunities as your network grows over your time at university. Hopefully, you'll be exposed to new different career pathways and different careers that you maybe hadn't realised that existed. It's also a great way of exchanging best practice and creating change. So through your network, if there's something that you're passionate about, or you meet somebody who's really passionate about a particular cause, that's a great way of improving things, creating change in whatever industry you are looking at in the future or currently working within. It's a great way of getting advice and support as well. So through your network, you might meet people that have overcome challenges when it comes to entering the job market, and be able to give you advice and support on how to overcome those challenges. And it's also a great way of meeting like-minded people that you can learn from, share ideas with, but also just have hopefully a good community that you can reach out to and be part of. So your network, what does that look like currently? So who is currently in your network and where do you think the gaps might be? Now, typically students will often say that they've not got a professional network when actually what that really means is just the community around you, and how you interact with that. So there's lots of different people that you can include within your network. So there's some ideas on the diagram on the slide, but just to go through a couple of these. Your network could be fellow students. So if you think about all the students that are on your course, or the students that you've met through various careers events or through society or extracurricular activities, they're all going to go off and do wonderful things post-university, and they will become your network in the future as well. If you think about all those different areas that the students on your course, etc., might go into, that's a great network to tap into. So that's something to bear in mind when you don't think you maybe have a network, but actually already that exists there for you. Also people like people that you've met through any internships or placements that you've done, or even part-time work and volunteering. All the people that you meet, the professionals that you encounter through any of these experiences are really great contacts to have in the future. You never know when you might come across them again, and if you've made a great impression when you met them the first time, then hopefully if they were on an interview panel in the future, they would know you to be a really professional, polite, mannered person, and that could really work to your advantage. You can also look to alumni for your network. So people that have studied at Lancaster that have now gone into different careers, and you're now part of a big alumni network, especially when you graduate, of students that have got that shared common interest in Lancaster. Um, If you look back at some of our previous videos on LinkedIn, there's a little bit more information on there about how to use the Lancaster University alumni tool on LinkedIn to search for people that might be of interest to you. So thinking about your network, what contacts would you hope would be helpful in what you're trying to achieve? So think about the diagram and think, okay, is there any section within that you feel is a gap, and how could you maybe go about building that? So moving on to how to start building your network, there's lots of ways that you can do this. First and foremost, it's attending things on campus. So whether that's careers events run by the Careers and Employability Service, or joining any events run by societies, getting involved with sports clubs, activities that are run by the sports clubs, anything along those lines, great way of building your contacts and the people that you know across the university. You'll hear us talk a lot about LinkedIn and how that can be really helpful for building your network. It is a great place to start if you want to start building that digital side of your network and start connecting on there. So again, if you look back at some of our our past videos, sorry, we've got a few on LinkedIn and how to build your profile, but please do come and see the team. We can help you update your profile and start connecting. LinkedIn is a great way of staying in touch with people. So when you've been at university and you've graduated, connecting with all those students that you studied with, like I said earlier, is a great way of continuing that network post-university. Again, as I mentioned earlier, volunteering is a really great way, taking part in community events, meeting people through that, and keeping in touch with former colleagues and getting to know current colleagues. What I would say is a great piece of advice that someone gave me once was that every person that you meet through a new experience, whether that's work experience, internships, part-time work, is just ask questions, get to know them. You never know when that person you might meet that person again in the future. And keeping in touch with former colleagues again, and you can do that through LinkedIn. You've got that sort of network that you can reach out to if you need it in the future. So as I said earlier, LinkedIn is a really key part of networking, and the three kind of key ways that it can be used. It can help build that personal brand and that portfolio that's a professional version of yourself. So that's the first thing that LinkedIn's really good for. Networking as well, so connecting and finding other people that might be useful or of interest to connect with, and also a way of being found by employers looking for students or employees. Again, a much more popular way of employers looking for staff and advertising jobs through LinkedIn as well. It's also a great way to gain insights and research different career options. So a lot of companies will have their own websites, and you can join groups, and you can gain that insight into different career pathways and whether they're something that you'd like to pursue. Okay, so quick summary of networking. Networking essentially is meeting new people and starting conversations with them that might then be helpful to you in the future in terms of the connections that you make. Try not to overcomplicate it too much. There's lots of ways that you can meet new people, as I said in the previous slides. If you do want some further information on networking and how to get started, or you've got any questions, you want us to look at your LinkedIn profile, as always, please do book an appointment through Careers Connect. You can email Grow Your Future or contact us on Teams. And I hope you have a great day. Thank you. Bye.